Hello, class. My name is David Nathan. This is my persuasive speech. I would like to apologize. I'm very sick right now. I just got my voice back like 3, 4 days ago, so you're just gonna have to move along with me here. Oh yeah. All right. Here's the beginning. How are students expected to survive adult life if nobody teaches them how? In school, we learn stuff like algebra, how to write proper essays, how to use proper grammar, and how to take tests perfectly, and how to come to school on time. But a lot of the students do not learn important stuff like budgeting, how credit cards work, how important taxes are and how they work, how to walk up, move around them, how loans work, savings, interest, all those important stuff. And it makes no sense to everybody because money affects almost everybody after high school. Whether you're in college, whether you take a gap year, money is extremely important. Now that I've introduced the issue, um, let's look at let, let's look at the real problem we have. Students graduate without enough financial knowledge. That leads to stuff, very bad stuff like credit card debt, bad spending habits, missed payments, terrible credits under 670, and lots of financial stress, which does lead to psychological and mental problems. Here, according to the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, in 2019, youth financial education can improve both financial knowledge and financial behaviors. And as an addition to that, a Federal Reserve study by Brown, Collins, and the Urban found that required financial education was linked to both higher credit scores and lower delinquency rates in young adults. In addition to all that, at a 2022 National Bureau of Economic Research, a meta-analysis by Kaiser and the Urban found positive effects of financial education on both knowledge and later financial behavior. And the Council of Economic Studies Education's of 2026 survey of the state shows that it has the major national issues with more states moving towards financial requirements, teaching them. So the problem is a genuine problem, and the real question is, what should we do about it? I believe we should make it a standalone requirement, such as English, to be able to receive your high school diploma. Um, like make it part of the graduation requirements, and we should teach stuff like budgeting, taxes, savings, credits, loans, interests, and investing basics. Essentially, what I said before. We had a class like that in high school. But it did get removed part of my senior year, which is a class I really wanted to do. I was never given a straight answer to the why, but yeah, here's an example. According to the California's office, California will require public schools to offer standalone personal finance courses by the 2027-28 school years, and becomes a graduation requirement starting with the class of 2030 to 31. In addition to that, California Department of Education confirms that AB 2927 added a standalone course in personal finance to graduate requirements, being with graduate class of 2030 to 31. And in addition to all of that, the Council of Economic Education's 2024 survey of the state reported strong momentum across the countries of personal financial education. And now since we know the solution to what can be done, we need to picture uh, how we can really act upon it instead of just ignoring the issue on hand. A good way of visualizing all this is we have a few buckets. The first bucket is if schools do absolutely nothing about it. Students keep learning the money the hard way. They get jobs, they get hit with credit card bills they can't afford, and then they get hit with debt. They have lots of bad decisions. They get themselves a car they can't afford. They buy themselves a phone they can't get. That puts them through a lot of stress. It can age them faster. Once again, has links through mental health problems, and makes their mistakes permanent. If schools require, and the second bucket number B, if schools do require the financial literacy, students understand how money works in the real world per se. They budget a lot better. They plan for credit traps. They avoid the psychological trap of having to get the new car, having to get the new watch, the new phone, all that stuff. And they also make smarter choices with credit cards and debit cards as well, and they're better with debt, and it makes them feel a lot more prepared in life. And I believe that financial literacy is not extra knowledge, like taking Art 5, for example. Rather, it's like a basic skill anybody needs in life, and it should be respected as such as a math or an English class, in my personal opinion. And then, as evidence to support that, this is supported by the CFPB, Financial Reserves Research, and the NBER meta-analysis showing meaningful benefits from financial education. This okay. So this is something schools should take more seriously, um, because financial literacy should be a requirement in high schools. It helps students avoid debt, help prevent them from making terrible decisions, and prepares them for adulthood. Prepares them for adulthood. Supporting and oh yeah, so supporting required financial literacy classes will help prevent that, and students should not have to figure out money on their own. And I believe we should help combat that by making those classes required.